very good for walnut. So they don't do very well. Hopefully I'll be able to show that.
Looking for a break in this line of pines here. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another adventure in the Calumet Wilderness. This is Sam Love. I am your host, Sam Love. Okay, I know I said the next adventure was going to be along the little Calumet River. The weather was not agreeing that day. In fact, I'm not even in the Calumet watershed right now. I'm just a couple miles south of the crest of the moraine. I'm here in the Kankakee region. I'm at the Doak Farm. This is an experimental farm owned by Purdue. They test all kinds of wildlife management techniques, native plants, forestry. This is an area that's been farmed for probably 150 some years. And today it's an experimental farm with Purdue. Absolutely fascinating. So stick around, let's have a look.
And I could have burned it. I could have shoved it off into the corner of the woods. Instead, I chose to take a lot of it that I could move, and I put it into multiple little piles out here in my hopes of providing some better wildlife habitat, some more long-lived habitat that would be better for things like rabbits. They loved wildlife. Mr. Doak was especially fond of trees. He'd owned the property for a number of years, and so he planted a lot. I don't know if any of you guys can remember, some people being older again, you'll probably remember back when things like Dutch elm disease came through and killed out the majority of the elm trees. That happened across the eastern U.S. The answer was, okay, American elm doesn't work, native tree, red elm doesn't work, so where can we get an elm tree to replace those that won't be susceptible to that disease and die? People wanted their elms back, and so they went to China and Siberia. Deer can no longer feed on them. That's a good solid tree. That's gonna make it. I can go out to probably another however many tubes and I'll find trees in there.
Got them up big enough, you're good to go, right? You got other issues you have to worry about.
Up there. This is a fairly wet site, especially down in that corner.
Kind of this western region coming in from the prairie, so this would be that type of habitat that came in. So I'll talk about establishment and then kind of management. So it's a lot of these species. We want a variety of different things. We're gonna have grasses and forbs, so the broadleaf things provide a lot of things for habitat for different insects, pollinators.
Tall grass prairie, short grass prairie, stuff in the middle. And you can tell by looking at it too, just the differences in color. And they got a few poles marking things out too, and fire breaks.
Kind of fits in between the brand new one, the 01. Again, the deer will not touch it, and they're not really, again, having any problems.
Butter nut.
Over the top. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, there's little buds that are unbrowsed, which is nice. So if we can get that one up to here, it'll be okay. There's that Asian bittersweet vine again. Imagine if I wasn't doing control out here, how long it would take or how short it would take.
Something else that's also really cool out here is there are a lot of baby ash trees. So, the emerald ash borer caused so much damage here in the past decade or so. So it is really cool to see an area where they are making somewhat of a comeback. Oh, and what I've learned out here today, just unbelievable. I think the biggest lesson is that there are trade-offs in every action you do. You might do something to protect wildlife, but that's going to cut down on your own harvest. Or, we've seen things today like even experimental methods on piling up dead wood. Do you put the big stuff at the bottom and the small stuff on top, or do you flip it? Well, it makes a difference what you're doing it for. So it's just been fascinating out here. You know, not quite wilderness, of course. It's very managed out here, and that's the whole point of it, to try different things, to see what works, see what happens. You know, maybe something isn't going to work. That's all right. So a lot going on, a lot of changes constantly out here. So it's just great to be out here today. Glad to have you with.